Another day had just begun, and the garden was coming to life. Down at the bottom of the garden, near the shed, was an old, broken sundial nobody wanted. On the sundial was a worm with an unusual thought. I wonder what it's like not to be confused. Oh, sometimes I think it's just me and my nose against the rest of the world.
That can't be too much of a comfort for you, suppose?
What was that, Mr. Harrison?
I said your nose can't be too much of a comfort to you when you're feeling alone.
Oh, I don't know. It might not say much, but it would never leave me, that's for sure.
But what use is it, suppose? I mean, could it help you out in a crisis?
What sort of crisis?
Does it matter?
Oh, of course it matters. Noses can't be expected to help out in every sort of crisis. It wouldn't be fair.
But what is it you find confusing, suppose?
Well, for a start, why has the garden changed colour? I was quite happy when it was green and brown. It's all very confusing.
Ah, but then you don't have the benefit of a superior brain such as mine. Do you suppose?
Then, of course, there is the question of the legs.
The legs? What or whose legs?
The legs on the leaf.
A leaf with legs? Now, that does sound rather confusing.
Ah, you admit it, then?
I admit nothing, suppose. That is the last thing I would ever do.
I thought your leaf with legs was confusing, especially as these legs are so long and tall and sort of shiny.
Long and tall and sort of shiny? I feel my explanation of all this would be much better if you showed me this leggy leaf, suppose. Well.
What do you think then, Mr. Harrison?
Amazing. Astounding. Unbelievable. It's a leaf with legs.
I know.
Well, not just a leaf, or, for that matter, just legs. But a leaf and legs joined together.
I know.
It's a funny old world, isn't it, suppose?
Confusing, I'd say.
Hello, morning, how do you do, and so on?
Oh, yes, good morning,
Hello.
Ariadne.
Am I, interrupting something?
No, not at all. It's just that we're,
Confused.
examining these legs.
Rather splendid, aren't they?
Suppose it couldn't be an illness we might all catch.
You could be right, suppose. We might all be in danger. Keep away from the leggy things. Don't touch them, whatever you do.
This is very, very silly, Mr. Harrison. Who ever heard of anyone, catching a case of the legs? If they did, they would have, caught it from me ages ago.
Ah, well, yes, of course. Silly of you, suppose, to think such a thing. Worms are such simpletons.
Well, if it isn't an illness, what is it?
Well, I'm not too sure. But I do know one thing. These, legs make a very pleasant noise.
Don't all legs, then?
Yes. Don't they?
Oh, no. Of course they don't.
Of course they don't, suppose. Idiot question.
Well, I don't have any legs of my own, so I don't properly understand them. You see?
Oh, I quite see your point, suppose. As someone who is not a leg owner, how could you understand?
I don't happen to be a leg owner either.
Yes, but you do know better, Mr. Harrison. You are supposed to be superior. Or so you keep telling us.
Yes, you should know better, Mr. Harrison. You're supposed to be superior.
Well, I am. But then again, I... Please carry on, Ariadne.
You see, not all legs make pleasant noises. Take mine, for instance. Not very pleasant at all. But you take these legs. Now, that is very pleasant.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh, I like that.
I've heard better.
From a leg?
Well, maybe not.
Oh, I think it's lovely. Do it again, Ariadne. lovely, Ariadne. Oh, lovely. Oh, that is good. I wish I could do that.
That's not impossible, suppose. All you have to do is hit the legs with something.
But I haven't got anything. Not like you. You've got legs. I haven't got legs.
Well, use something else then. Your nose should do
My
it.
nose? Yes. Why not my nose?
Ha! Impossible.
We shall see, Mr. Harrison.
Well done, suppose.
I did it.
Well, go on. You might as well, do it again.
Steady now, suppose. Let's not get carried away.
But I found a use for my nose, Mr. Harrison. This may not be a crisis, but it's not far off, and my nose is doing something about it. Oh, my nose is working a real treat. Oh, oh my. Oh dear. Oh dear.
How typical.
Come on, suppose. Try it again.
I'm afraid I can't, Ariadne.
What was that?
He said he's afraid he can't, Ariadne.
You don't mean he's
Stuck. Yes. At a guess, I would say that's exactly what he was.
What should we do?
Well, far be it for me to say that I told you so. So I suppose it's down to me to get you out of this mess.
That's very kind, Mr. Harrison.
What did he say?
It was very kind. And of course, it is.
So what are we going to do, Mr. Harrison?
That is easy, Ariadne. We apply a little muscle to the brains, and we find the solution.
Now, what exactly was it you wanted, Mr. Harrison?
A little bit of push, Lambeth.
Right.
No, not me, you clod.
But you said you wanted a push.
I do. But I don't want you to push me.
Oh, sorry about that, Mr. White.
Bah! It's worse than talking to the woodlouse. I want you to push those legs apart so that we can extract the nose of this unfortunate worm.
I think that's a possibility.
You see, Ariadne, how the blend of my brains and this beetle's brute force and ignorance brings a definite result.
Oh, very good, Mr. Harrison. Oh, yes. Brute force and ignorance. That's me. Right, here we go, then. Right.
Oh, Lambeth. I can't feel my nose at all now.
What did he say?
It's of no matter, Lambeth. Please proceed. Careful now, Lambeth. Careful.
To tell the truth, pushing them apart is tougher than one
Oh, but please, sorry. I'm so cold.
Yes, that might be, suppose. Whatever it was you said. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, dear, Lambeth.
Oh,
What have you done?
I'm not exactly sure, Mr. Harrison. It looks to me like a broken leg.
Oh, my poor nose.
Well, maybe this will teach you to use it more carefully, suppose.
Yes, Mr. Harrison.
You see, life may be confusing, but it gets even worse when you start poking your nose in where it's not wanted.
Yes, Mr. Harrison.
Did I ever tell you about the worm I knew who lost his nose?
I don't think so, Mr. Harrison.
Well,
So as Mr. Harrison told his story,
this worm.
and suppose the worm nursed his nose, the rest of the creepy crawlies settled down to watch the sun go down beyond the old, broken sundial nobody wanted.